Welcome back everybody to another one of my videos. Thank you guys for 41 subscribers. We're gonna be reacting to the dumbest robberies caught on camera. So enough talking, let's just jump right onto the video. Oh wow, nice.
Who have an incredible level of stupidity.
There's a lot of stupid people on this earth and I am not gonna neglect that. Sometimes I tell myself that people aren't stupid, but every single day they prove me wrong. There are stupid people in this planet.
Robberies. This one is one of the most aberrant and comical. We first see a couple outside entering the store, and then a slightly laggard friend joining them. Obviously, her hair is causing her problems, since she keeps straightening it. While the young man stands in the corner of the store, the two girls browse the shelves, and they have a definite plan, to buy cans of Mountain Dew soda for the price of the drinks in the soda fountain. One circumstance that justifies this great scam is that the machine doesn't serve the drink they wanted. At least that's what they thought. Maybe it's a simple entertainment for them. Nevertheless, it is a stupid theft, since it is totally useless, as you will see. The two girls grab the cans and head for the soda fountain.
Why?
Side of the
How does that even come to your mind? You know what? Hey, let me open all these other products into this cup and they're gonna sell it to me at the same price of $1.
Then, they discreetly pour the contents of the can into the cup, eliminating the evidence of their crime. To keep up appearances, one of them will pour a few moments later. The young brunette woman will steal a cookie, with the complicity of their friend who is still standing at the bottom. Their illicit shopping finished, they nonchalantly leave the store, all happy with their turn. Unfortunately for them, all the sequences of the flight were recorded, and the images are so clear that we can identify their faces perfectly. The Indian state of Haryana was the scene of a very surprising crime during the month of April this year. A gang of thieves deprived a whole district of vaccines. As the country faced an alarming shortage of COVID-19 vaccine and the health crisis took its toll, a group of bandits set out to loot an entire shipment of vaccine. After breaking into the—
Why? To resell them? Is that really your business strategy that you're doing? Hey, let me just rob all these vaccines and sell them at a profit value price. Like, what? Okay, we're gonna skip this one.
In China's Qinhuai district, there is a man, nicknamed Wang, who once had the misfortune to incur a large gambling debt. Wang was sure that by pouring bottles of water into vending machines, he would be able to produce a short circuit that would make all the bills in the machine flow out.
Wow, nice.
The surveillance videos show him pouring several bottles into 3 vending machines without the slightest hindrance, causing material damage estimated at over 22,000 euros. It is difficult to determine how much profit this madman could have made from all this
damage. My dude really
damage.
just open a bottle and... Why? How does this occur to you? Who thinks of these things? You wake up, imagine just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm gonna go to an ATM and pour water on it. Yes, that's my plan. That is my devious plan.
Certain that
like, obviously, this guy has to know that there's cameras around. They're gonna record this guy.
Or complicated for him, since the police quickly identified and found him. And the funny thing is that he dared to say that the culprit was his twin brother.
Oh, nice. Yes, the most unique excuse in the book. Yeah, that wasn't me. That was my twin. I know it. Shocker, it looks exactly like me. But here's a newsflash. It's not me. It's my twin.
Here's a hell of a duo. 2 hooded thieves determined to break into a store in China.
Nice.
For more discretion, they had decided to commit the crime in the middle of the night. Their plan of action was not excessively worked. It was to break the front door of the store with bricks previously brought, and to help themselves at will once inside. We see them arrive. They look suspicious and examine the surroundings, but as soon as they are sure not to be observed, they pass to the action. The first, closer to the door, throws the brick. Then he wants at once to change position, and does not see that his accomplice had projected the brick in his turn. This one struck him in full head. He falls stiffly at once, and loses consciousness. His friend then tries—
How do you fail that? How do you throw it at him?
But his sidekick is perfectly inert, and he is forced to drag him. If the 2 individuals have traveled a long distance without a vehicle, they are not at the end of their pain. In any case, it's a nice ending, and a good illustration of karma.
My dude's form in throwing that brick wasn't even on point. Like...
These images from different surveillance cameras are of poor quality, but we can very well follow the movements of this thief, who likes to complicate his life. He had planned to break into a supermarket, not through the front door, but by climbing onto the roof. But his adventure will not be easy. He is first filmed outside the building, trying to climb a wall from a fairly accessible height. However, he doesn't succeed at first, and we see him take a fall that must have hurt him a lot, but not enough to discourage him to open an access and enter the establishment. He succeeds. We don't know know how, but it is at the price of a terrible upheaval, suddenly collapsing, carrying in their
Oh,
fall the
shoot.
theft, which falls for the second
How?
time.
How do you fall that way?
He quickly gets up, all triumphant, because the hardest part is over. The thief only has to fill his cart as he wishes, without forgetting of course to strip the box. He is the master of the place. But getting out of the store was perhaps harder than getting in. In the next few minutes, he will fail at everything he sets out to do, then trying to get out through the open roof,
Oh my
using
goodness.
a ladder that ends up slipping out from under his feet, causing him to fall a third time.
Oh my
Desperate, the
gosh.
thief, whom we almost feel sorry for, tries to break the surveillance camera that he has finally noticed, but he misses. Finally, by last
Yeah, this guy's just a walking L at this point.
the shortest robbery attempts are the best. In Thailand, Suphachai Panthong, a 27-year-old man, entered a jewelry store. He had no intention of buying any charm. His not-so-inventive plan was simple, to run away from the store once he had the jewel in hand. We see him enter, a little uncomfortable, going back and forth, then asking to try on a gold necklace worth 600 euros. The jeweler hands it to him, and Suphachai tries it on, adjusts it, examines it, and rushes towards the closed door. Bam! Closed. It would seem that his physiognomy did not inspire confidence in the clairvoyant salesman, who had surreptitiously locked the front door. The thief is thus
Damn, imagine the embarrassment walking back. Just imagine how stupid you look.
trapped without knowing it, and all he will get is to wear the precious necklace for several seconds. He is ashamed, goes back and gives the necklace back to the seller, who doesn't seem surprised or even angry.
Yeah, I'm sure my dude is used to it. He probably has like 20 guys a week trying to steal things from him.
Two thieves in a black vehicle had decided to steal a car, not a parked car, by forcing the door out of sight, but a moving car by bullying and threatening the driver. The black vehicle with tinted windows is seen in the surveillance footage blocking the path of an oncoming white car, which had no choice but to brake. Immediately the armed robber jumps out of his vehicle, rushes towards the driver at the stop, and threatens him by summoning him to release his car. This one obeys without opposing resistance, and moves away, the hands raised of the malefactor. The thief's method was all too successful, and the white vehicle is now his. But a circumstance, comical for us, and painful for him, will quickly make him disenchanted. The stolen car was manual, and the thief didn't know how to drive it at all. He didn't even know how to start the
What's the guy gonna do? Hey, can you help me real quick? I need something to steal your car.
and from time to time, it looked like he wanted to ask his victim for driving lessons.
Oh my
In
goodness,
short,
he actually did. At that point, like just go, just let the guy have his car.
he stayed still for a long time at the crime scene, in front of a lot of witnesses, instead of running away. What happens next
Yeah,
is inevitable. The police intervene with a speed that is to be commended, and the thief and his accomplice are arrested. All's well that ends well. The victim of the theft gets his car back and the thieves are incarcerated. If the thieves had thought for a moment, they would have better targeted the vehicle to be stolen. In a store in Krasnodar, Russia, a young woman dressed in a short, tight dress shamefully made a spectacle of herself to the world. She first went to this
Oh,
establishment
gosh.
with a specific idea in mind: shoplifting, as there was
What?
only one customer, quite mobile but not very curious about the affairs of others. She was not much hindered in her maneuver, but her robbery technique is original, to say the least. Thus, in the pictures, we see her, in front of the refrigerator, stealthily seizing half a dozen articles that she immediately hides under her panties. She deftly manages to avoid arousing suspicion, but she doesn't get off scot-free. Certainly, she won her bet, and was not chased out of the store. And whatever food was stolen, she must have enjoyed the taste of the forbidden fruit. However, when she entered the store, she didn't have the intelligence to check if there were cameras or not.
I think that's a given, no? You don't have to check that there's cameras. There's always cameras at a store. Wouldn't you think to yourself, if you're gonna be shoplifting, to take a bunch of sweaters or something baggy to hide under all that, not a skin tight dress where literally all the thing that you sneak under is gonna pop up? Like, come on, you have to clearly think about these things. She clearly didn't think it through.
All the internet users. In addition, the police came after her, and given the clarity of the surveillance camera footage, it's hard to imagine that the thief eluded them for long. Anyway, after the repercussion of this event, she will surely not risk to do it again. We are now at the end of the video.
Oh, wow.
Tell us what you think in the comments.
Well, that's gonna conclude this week's or day's video. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, guys.